Hello class 6. This is the third part of the chapter Thankless Goldsmith. So we have completed up to chapter page number 35 in the previous video, and we are going to start from the last small portion of the page number 35, and please take out the book and turn to page number 35. From the last paragraph I am going to start. So what we had seen in the previous video, we saw that Manu Manu actually was being invited by Sher Singh and the Vanar, and one after that incident, after that incident when he got the invitation from Vanar and Sher Singh, so Manu thought that he would go to visit them. At the first he went to visit Vanar, and then he went to visit his another friend Sher Singh in his cave. And there was a mysterious thing happened there, that when he went to the cave, the tiger was very happy, and he gave the golden necklace to Manu. And he said that as he was a tiger, he could not do anything with the golden necklace, so he wanted to give it to the saint. The saint also, in other hand, that he was thinking that he was a saint, he was a hermit, so what he could do with that golden ornament? So better he would go to the goldsmith whom he once saved from that problem, and he would go there and he would sell it, and after that he would get some money, and with that money he would buy some food items and some necessary things for him. Okay, so now we are going to start with the last paragraph of the page number 35. Manu went to the goldsmith's shop and gave him the necklace for selling it. So Manu came out from the cave and he visited to the goldsmith's shop with the necklace. When the goldsmith saw the necklace, he said to Manu, "The necklace seems to be of good quality. You will get a good amount for it. Please wait here. I shall come back in a moment." What happened? So the goldsmith was not a very kind-hearted man, and he was very greedy actually. What did he do? Manu, he did not know anything about. He just took he just got one necklace, and he went to the goldsmith in hope that he would get some money out of it. So he gave it to the goldsmith, and goldsmith actually examined the necklace. And when he got when he noticed the necklace, he only said that okay, it seems like that it is of good quality. So let me think. You will get a good amount of it. Please wait here. I am coming back. Who said it? The goldsmith said. Now, as soon as the goldsmith saw the necklace, he had recognized it. He had made the necklace for this king's son. The king was looking for the prince who had disappeared a few days ago while hunting in the forest. What happened? So we can understand that this goldsmith was really a greedy man and selfish one. He was ungrateful, he was treacherous. Why? Once he got the help from Manu, and now he knew that this Manu could not actually forcefully had taken that necklace from anyone. Whenever the goldsmith saw the necklace, he could recognize that necklace was the same necklace what he had made for the prince, and the prince was actually missing from for several days, and that is why the king gave one notice that if anyone would able to give the news of the prince, so he or she will be rewarded for that. So because of the reward, he made one plan. That means the goldsmith made one plan. He knew that Manu did not do anything. Okay, so he made a plan, and after making the plan, he he wanted to take the reward from the king. So he did not even think, he did not even bother for Manu, from whom he got the help. He did not bother it out at all. Only he wanted to what can I say, snatch the reward. Okay. Now here I'm the king had offered a great reward for one who would bring him the news of his son. So that I have told you that king actually king actually gave one notice to everyone that if anybody would give him the news of his son, so he or she would be rewarded. Because of that reward, the goldsmith made one total false story. The goldsmith quickly went to the king and told him, "In my house there is a man who says that a tiger gave this necklace of your son to him. It is a pure lie. First thing a tiger will do is pounce on him and eat him up instead of giving a necklace to him." So now you can say the goldsmith was really a treacherous. He made that story for taking the reward from king. So the goldsmith quickly went to the king and he actually narrated a story. He told that in my house there was a man, and he said that he was saying that he got it from a tiger, and he got a golden necklace from a tiger, and that necklace belonged to your son. So that means the goldsmith told that maybe it was totally a pure lie, because it could not happen in real life. A tiger, obviously when the tiger would see a man, definitely the tiger would pounce upon the man for killing the man. So it is a pure lie. Who was saying it? It was said by the goldsmith. But the goldsmith actually knew that tiger was Sher Singh, and Sher Singh would not do any harm upon Manu. So though as he was very greedy, so he wanted to get the gift, wanted to be rewarded. That's why only he made false statements and everything. Okay. Now the man must have killed your son and stolen this necklace. The villain wants to sell it. So that means the goldsmith said that man, I hope that man had killed your son, that means our prince. So please, and after killing that, he took the necklace. So please, the villain actually, that means the criminal, wanted to sell it to me, and that's why I have come to you to give you the news of the prince. Okay.